every month.
17 months.
Yeah. I actually asked in one of our meetings a couple of weeks
ago. Let me ask him some questions. So the last time that we spoke, it was not the most comfortable conversation. I don't want to go into it a lot right here because we're going to speak of it as a board and a special meeting. But the thing that I would like to ask of you is also has to do with transparency and a communication plan, because the new board members on this board and myself as the only board member that voted against this bond because I had concerns on due diligence, were notified 3 or 4 weeks ago, right, that there were some issues with pipelines, that easement has calls for 6 and not just 4. And if I remember correctly, for several years, I've asked very specific questions in public meetings in different places about the road work, the utility work, the pipelines. There's been a lot of issues within the community about this specific piece of property that used to be Ranchland. And we're finding out now after the fact that we're going to have to change it up. And we're going to build the schools, we're going to build a great school, and we're going to give a great place for these kids at Mídland High to have an education, because by gosh, that's what we're going to do. It's the right thing. But I do think that it is unfair for the new board member. It's not just unfair, it's not going to happen, because I will raise absolutely holy hell over this in Midland, Texas. I'll bring it up. My goal will be to be on Fox every day, on Fox and Friends, because I'm not going to let the new board members and the new administration take it in the teeth and lose the good that we have of providing value and improving education. And we're going to do it in public. We're not going to sweep it under the rug. Lots of people are going to be mad at me, but we're going to do it. And all of us make mistakes. I make them every day. You can ask my wife. I make tons of them every day. Michael Booker, Tommy Bishop, Katie Joyner, Dr. Howard. I think you were on the Internal Facilities Committee. I've talked to Michael Booker about it. He was never made aware of any easements or extra construction pipelines. I haven't spoken to Katie Joyner, but I'm assuming that was never brought up in the internal. Dr. Howard, it was never brought up to you, correct, in the Internal Facilities Committees, correct?
That's correct.
So this is new information which would have changed the entire process of us as a board determining what the best impact and best footprint for Mídland is going to be. And I'm very, very frustrated with it, but I'm getting over it because I'm an adult, and we're going to, the goal is to build these schools and make it better for Mídland kiddos. Young, this is a high school, so they're not kiddos. They're young men and women. But I just want that brought up, and we will talk about this later, but I want to bring it up in public because I'm absolutely not going to not talk about it in public. We're going to have this conversation in public, and we're going to fix it in public and work together in public to make it better in public. That's all. Anybody else have any questions? Dr. Freeze?
I guess I'll also say that the public needs to know it has come to our attention that we have some very big issues with pipelines at Ranchland, the former Ranchland, and we don't know. We're still asking lots of questions. We're trying to do due diligence, but it has become very apparent to me that due diligence was never done, and we're going to do it now. So that's all I have to say at this time.
I have a little different opinion on that.
Hold on, I want to just, pardon me, I want you to know, Mr. Edwards, we want, again, we're going to fix this in public, and we want to, the goal is to work together to build the schools, to get them built for the kids. I just want that preference with that.
Well, I know that you're in oil and gas, right?
It doesn't matter.
Well, it kind of does. Well, because, I mean, we have all asked questions about this, but if you're in oil and gas, you know that the pipeline went through there. You know that Energy Transfer, there's always been possibilities of having to move it, et cetera. That's what you do when you do site things.
Ms. Burleson, what year, who originally, if we're going to get into this and you want to go oil and gas with me, who originally owned that pipeline? If you really want to do this in public and have this discussion in public, who originally owned that pipeline?
I deserve more respect than what you're giving me at the moment.
No, because you're trying to make an argument, and
I deserve more respect than what you're giving me.
Ma'am, I deserve more respect too. I'm not an idiot. I understand pipelines as well. You know what? This is not germane. We're moving on. Thank you very much, Mr. Edwards. We're moving on.
My stuff's never germane to you.
Go ahead.
My stuff's never germane to you.
I'm not going to sit here and get.
I'm not going to argue with you either until you argue back with me.
Hold on. Brandon,
Crazy.
let Ms. Burleson speak. Go ahead, Ms. Burleson.
I've studied that pipeline a lot with my husband, who's an engineer. We've driven it. We've done a lot of things. I think that to put this off on anybody, I think it does need to be discussed. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is that we need to quit the argument over it.
Ms. Burleson, I respectfully disagree. I'm just putting on the record. The pipeline was owned by Centurion Pipeline. It was bought by Energy Transfer. There were 6 lines available for that easement. We were only told about 4. It's been gone on, and we've asked those specific questions in due diligence legally from the time that it was purchased. So we are going to discuss it. We are going to discuss it respectfully. I apologize to you if you feel like I'm not giving the respect that is
You did
due.
not give me
But
respect.
at the same time, that goes two-way street because I'm not like a 10-year-old kid. I understand pipelines. Thank you, Mr. Edwards.
I've learned to understand them too, mister.
Thank you.
Do not be rude to me again. I want that on public record. Do not be rude to me.
Moving on to agenda item 8, District Informational Reports B, Student Attendance Report.
President Hodges, members of the board, Dr. Howard. My team is here to provide a presentation on student attendance. I want you just to know that I appreciate you bringing awareness to attendance across the community. It is a problem. It's been a problem for a long time. My team's been working to address the issues, find the root cause of the problems. And so I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Horner.